Hi, hey, welcome to my channel. What you seen in the introduction was me shooting this Remington 700 heavy barrel at 323 yards at the pigs. What I did was I set the camera up on the bank behind the pigs so you could hear the pigs getting hit before you heard the report of the rifle. So, I mean, it kind of puts to rest any notion that you're going to hear the shot that hits you, because it doesn't work like that. But anyway, it was kind of a cool shot. I decided I'd give that a try. I didn't think I'd hit my camera, but it was right there behind the pigs. And, it was kind of a cool shot. So that's how we started it out. This is the 2026 match for the cast bullet. The cast bullet guys at Ridgeway, Pennsylvania, and this is a video of me actually shooting those pigs.
Okay, that one was nice.
Any good?
Low? No, right, that was nice, right in the middle shot, pig.
All right. Yeah, you can see that, at least on the film, there's a little delay between the report of the rifle and the hitting of the pig. You can hear the pig hit because, the camera was down there, the speaker was down there, the microphone. But, it was just a different angle of how that's done. And we have enjoyed this cast bullet shoot for many, many years. I started back in the 1980s, and I attend this, or I tried to attend it every year. Some years I had to work, and I was but now, I mean, for the last several years I've been retired, I've been able to make it up there every time. And I'm just gonna give a brief look at some of the other guys shooting. It's just a few clips, so take a look at that. Everybody's there was two shoots. There was one Saturday where I could shoot, or the guys could shoot with their hand rested on a bag, no rear bags, just a practical rest. And then their Sunday shoot is the offhand shoot. Now, those are usually quite a bit lower in the offhand shoot. We are shooting cast bullets. And I am shooting this Remington Model 700. Now, back in I think I looked up the serial number, and this rifle was made in the 1980s. And they didn't have the V designation yet on the 700, so this isn't a 700V. It's just a heavy barreled 308. I'm not going to compare it to the M40 with the M40 action, but it is the same contoured barrel as the sniper rifles that they used in the Marine Corps. The Remington 700 in the M40 series was one of the rifles that back in the day they used quite extensively. They have a great action. The trigger is about 2.5 pounds, which is just about right for, in my opinion, for competition. Much lighter, it would have to be bench rest, but when you're standing offhand, you don't want it too light. And then the 26-inch barrel is something that you don't see often on these rifles. It's a very, very heavy gun. It's about 9.5 pounds without a scope, and it'll go right up to 10, 11 pounds depending on the scope you use. So the rifle is unloaded, you can see here. So yeah, this is the Remington 700. Remington back in the 80s were in their, what I would consider their golden years as far as making rifles and barrels. This rifle shoots, I would say, dead center every time I've ever shot it, and it shoots right out to 500 yards with cast bullets. I mean, the thing shoots absolutely wonderful. So that's what I use out there. For the scope, I use a Leopold 6.5 to 20 power with a 1/8" dot. Now, the dot primarily is for offhand shooting in the silhouette course. It just gives you something else to concentrate besides the crosshairs. In the middle of the crosshairs, you have that fine dot that you can put on the animal. I mean, the older I get, the harder it is to hold this big rifle offhand. So for me, the scores were, kind of low in a 40-round match. But it's just one of those things. It's kind of an art to try to be able to balance the wobble zone, the trigger control, and the follow through, especially when you're shooting a standard sized rifle like the 308. It's not like a 22. It does have some recoil to it. So there's anticipation recoil, and there's grip, and then there's follow through, and there's all the things you need to do to be able to hit offhand with a rifle like this. And not making excuses, but it's just true that sometimes the heavier the rifle, the less wobble. It's a very slow wobble. But the offset to that is, after 20 shots, your back starts to hurt and your arms start to hurt. Everything starts to hurt, and then you just want to get the shot off. And, it's just one of those things where, I guess you have to practice it quite a bit. And I only shoot this match once a year, and we have a great time doing it. So that's what it is. This is the Remington 700 in the classic 26-inch heavy barrel. The laminated stocks for these were made from birchwood, and they had a glue or a resin where they would push the laminations together. It was very tons of pressure, and it would squeeze together and glue the laminations together. Very, very hard stock, and it's not prone to warpage. So that was one of the deals before they come out with all the synthetic stocks that really made these rifles stand out, was their ability to hold true aim in a variety of conditions. So I don't know. I think their Boyd stocks and some of the stock makers still use the laminate, but it's a very expensive process, I would think. And then to hand checker it, and you can see the rifle in the pictures here, and make it look as well as they did. So, and overall, it's a great rifle. It's a fun rifle to shoot. Anymore, it's a fun rifle to shoot off the bench. But I can still muscle it up and shoot some offhand. It's not like I didn't hit any targets, but it's few and far between with a big heavy rifle like that. So hey, that's my video this week. I appreciate you watching. I did talk to the guys up there and let them know I had this YouTube channel. So if you're watching, congratulations to John. He come in second place, and yours truly, I come in first. And that was for the Saturday shoot for the off the bag type deal. So appreciate all the guys that were there. I appreciate Brian, who puts on the match every year. And when we had started in the 80s, the thing had drawn dozens of people every year, and even from Canada. But as the years have gone by, and people tend to float towards the new and the modern thing. Back in the 80s, 70s, and the 80s, the cast bullet market was really, I thought, booming at the time. RCBS and Lyman were coming out with silhouette molds. It was really driving some of the manufacturing, and of course, that kind of dwindled off. It is a hard competition when you're shooting cast bullets. You're shooting cast bullets. They're really designed to go much, when we first started doing the cast bullet matches, we were all 100-yard shooters, and when you're starting to push these slow heavy cast bullets out to 550 yards, of course, you had to change the bullet metal. You had to change, of course, you went to a gas check bullet. You tried different lubes, different powders. I'm shooting, when I get out to the 550 yards, I'm shooting a 200 grain cast bullet, 311, 299 alignment mold. and reloader number 7, about 25 grains reloader 7. And chronographed, it is around 1950, about 2,000 feet per second. And you're going to need that to knock those animals down, because a lighter bullet, maybe 180 grain, doing about 1,700 feet a second, will hit the animal, but you can't guarantee it'll knock it down. So usually with the 200 grain, you know, it's not like I haven't had dingers where it's hit and, you know, they just stood there. But, you know, even the guys with jacketed bullets have seen that happen. So that's my video this week. I appreciate you joining, watching. And I did want to make it clear that this to subscribe to this channel costs you absolutely nothing. There's no charge. I did talk to some of the guys out there, and they thought maybe that there was a charge for it. There's no charge. I will not be having any Patreon. I don't have any advertising. I get paid nothing to show you guys these events. This is absolutely just a labor of love for me. So that's what I've been doing. I have a lot of guns, you know, at my disposal from friends, and that's what this channel's about. Just showing a different variety of guns still out there, and you know, we're still going through them. You know, coming up, I think sometime in the summer we're going to have the Seiko Remeki. In 222, we're going to have the Remington 788 and 44 Magnum. That's a bolt action rifle. We're still going to do some handgun shooting and some rifle shooting, and some different things that we're going to put out there. We're trying to find some ammunition for a Remington pump in 30 Remington, which is basically a 30-30 with a no rim, you know, and that was kind of a cool rifle. So we're going to get those out to you just because, you know, it's kind of different, and that's what this channel's about. So, hey, I appreciate you joining me. If you'd like the video, give us a like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and we appreciate you viewing, and I will see you again next week, and you guys have a great day.